In the daytime, Dr. Daouda Diallo is a scientist. By night, he's one of Burkina Faso's most prominent human rights campaigners. He runs the Collective Against Impunity and Stigmatization of Communities, CISC, a campaigning group set up in the wake of the Yergou massacre, an attack which saw around 200 people murdered, mostly from the Fulani ethnic group in early 2019. This video, circulated on social media, purports to show terrorists linked to Islamic State on a recruiting mission in the region of Lorem, just one of the terror groups Burkina Faso has been battling for almost 6 years. VOA confirmed the location, but cannot independently confirm the authenticity of the images. But rights groups say the number of civilians killed by security forces has often come close to the numbers killed by the terror groups. Diallo says he feels deeply affected by this.
I'm a man who is very sensitive, who likes to help the widow and the orphan, the vulnerable. I devote my free time to this, but it is not an easy job, nor is it paid. I do it out of humanitarianism.
He points out that one of the government's most controversial policies is a law which allowed pre-existing civilian militias, known as Cogluiegos, to be armed and trained by the government. The new force is called the Volunteers for the Defence of the Homeland, or VDPs. When the law was created in 2020, Human Rights Watch said arming poorly trained civilians could lead to abuses. So far, there have been 38 incidents of violence against civilians by VDPs, killing at least 95 people, according to data from the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project. This man, whose name has been withheld to protect his safety, says he watched as VDPs killed 2 of his neighbours after accusing them of being terrorists.
A man named Issa, he was sick and he came to the market and they shot at him there. He ran to his house and they killed him. Bad things happen. That's why I had to run away. The militias are chasing you. The terrorists are chasing you.
Burkina Faso's Ministry of Defence did not respond to an interview request about the incident. One VDP leader, who asked for his identity to be protected, said most VDPs simply wanted to defend their homeland, many having had terrifying encounters with terrorists themselves.
The terrorists came and burnt my house. They were looking for me, but fortunately I was not around. They also killed some of my neighbors and burnt their houses as well. It's because of that I really felt I had to join the VDPs.
Leader of the ruling MPP party admits it's possible VDPs commit abuses, but says they are necessary.
In
the framework of the fight against terrorism, we are obliged to face the evidence that the VDPs make a very big contribution.
As widespread protests against insecurity in Burkina Faso has swept the country in recent weeks, President Roch Kabore said he will reform the VDPs as one way of improving security. Diallo says he thinks the government should take corrective action quickly. However, the government has yet to say what its actions will be. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso.